another July day, another summer, and once again I'm back home, visiting my most favourite place probably in all of Wales, a place full of childhood memories and magic, of long carefree days spent in the wilds, unbothered by the sense of a ticking clock or the things I should be doing. Instead, just the sensation of the pure joy of life in that moment, and everything the five senses could experience. This past week I turned 33, and I celebrated this time in my life and where I am right now. It's strange to me because 3 years ago, as I turned 30, it seemed like a scary place to be. There was a lot in my life that felt so uncertain, and there were goals and ideas about my life that I thought I'd never reach, or that I didn't know how to come to fruition. I felt very much like a young girl still trying to find my way, both in the world around me, but also to find that peace and understanding and acknowledgement of myself, of who I am as a person, deep inside. And now, 3 years on, I can say that I feel very different. And it's not to say that suddenly life has become easier or less full of challenges. In fact, it's probably quite the opposite. However, I'm learning how to accept and forgive and grow and reframe. And I think that most importantly, I'm realizing more and more how short life really is, and also how beautiful, and that from now on, I want to live each moment at its fullest, and to learn to catch those glimpses of beauty in the little everyday things, to feel more, see more, and love more, because it's the smallest moments accumulated that create a beautiful life. And to also always remind myself that our mistakes and challenges do not define who we are, but rather help us to constantly grow and expand and align with the best and truest versions of ourselves. And that is also beautiful.
Hello everyone, so I hope you can hear me. There's the sound of the beautiful river in the background. But yes, I've come to this really beautiful woodland that is just, I think, my favorite place, one of my most favorite places here back home in North Wales. And it's quite close to my parents' home, and I just love coming here. I always come here when I'm home at least once because it is just a place that reminds me of my childhood. It's just a place that brings, so much peace to my heart and soul. It is the most peaceful, beautiful day, and it's so warm right now. This is a dream to come here after traveling from London. It just allows me to breathe and de-stress and let go of things, and just a place that brings me so much peace. And I often come here to just kind of reset my body in a way in this beautiful nature, and the sound of the water and the birds. But the sound of the water just definitely, I feel like it really does something so magical to our bodies and our minds as well. I think it is just one of the best things is to go and sit somewhere where you can hear some flowing water. I find, at least, it brings me so much peace. And yeah, I sometimes like to come here to reflect a little bit if I feel the need to. And at least I find that on my birthday every year, or my birthday week, this week. Every year I like to come on my birthday week and just kind of reflect a little bit on this past year, everything that's been and gone, reflect on beautiful things that have happened, challenges that have happened, and there's definitely been quite a bit of both, all of which I am actually really grateful for. And I think you can't have one without the other, honestly. You have to, I think, experience challenges and difficulties to also feel so, just grateful for all the beauty that you have around you, and just to feel so grateful for life, for the life that I have. And no matter the weather or the time of year, I think this place is just always so magical for me, and it always just reminds me, I'm getting really emotional now, I don't know why. It always just really helps to remind me when I come here of just the beauty and the beauty of life and everything I have to be grateful for, basically. And there's a lot I can be grateful for. And so often on my birthday week I try to remind myself of those things, and just how much I love life and all the wonderful things that I have in my life, the wonderful people I have in my life, and opportunities, and my work that I love so much. And this, being able to connect with all of you guys, and being so grateful, always so grateful to have you all here and to share this space with you. I don't know why, but it always makes me emotional. Also because I feel like I'm talking to you as all of my friends on the other side of this camera. But I feel very grateful. I feel very grateful this year for, not only the beautiful things, but also all the challenges that have happened, and being able to go through them all. And still, it's still a process of learning from them and giving myself, grace, and giving myself time and patience, and learning from all the little challenges and difficulties this past year. And it's been a week of some reflections, and in general it's just been really lovely to be home. Really lovely to be with my family, and I think that is kind of all I have to say right now. But I actually came here today to this beautiful woodland to gather a couple of things that I was really looking forward to gathering, as it's the time of year for them. One of those things is some yarrow, which I will show you guys in a minute. Yarrow is an incredibly beautiful and useful plant, an edible plant, an extremely medicinal plant. Although edible, I wouldn't probably necessarily eat it because it is very bitter, but it is extremely medicinal, wonderful for times of colds and flus, fevers, temperatures. It is mostly well known for being extremely good for helping with any kind of cuts, bleeding, and stopping bleeding. So you can kind of, if you have a cut or something's bleeding, you can just kind of make a poultice perhaps and put it on, or you can also dry it out and make a powder with it and put that on. So yarrow is just an incredible plant, and mostly I use it in teas and things like this. So I would normally, the way I would use yarrow is take it home, dry it, make sure it's really dry, and store it away in my jar to use as tea, because when you have a cold or fever, this type of kind of situation, this is when I would use yarrow. Apart from that, it is also really good for ladies for the time of month. It is actually extremely beneficial for helping with that and easing that time. And so yarrow is just one of those things that is just for any beginner herbalist or anyone interested in this sort of thing. It's just a wonderful, wonderful kind of basic one to have at home and store away, perhaps in a glass jar or something like that. And the thing is with yarrow, it is so abundant right now. It is, I'll show you and you will recognize it straight away. It's very recognizable, and it is just growing wild and free everywhere. And another one that I'm really excited to gather, and I'm looking at it now and I'm very excited to gather it. This is dock seeds. So the plant yellow dock, normally a big plant, grows quite often near water actually, and also grows quite often near nettles. So if you see a patch of stinging nettles, you will often find the yellow dock plant growing near that as well. And so this plant is edible, and the seeds of it actually, once they are dried out, and I'll show you what they look like in a minute, the dry seeds, I've shown this in a couple of my previous videos a while ago I think. What you can do with them is dry them out a little bit in the oven, and then grind them into a sort of a powder, a flour essentially, and then you can basically bake with it. So you can make sort of like bread. I've made like a very kind of basic sort of soda style bread that is just minimal ingredients, and it comes out like this just dark kind of rye bread, almost like a rye bread. And I'm really excited to gather these seeds, because that is exactly what I want to do with it, and bake a little bread for my family this week. So the challenge is to gather enough seeds of the plants, so I'm gonna have to gather quite a bit to get enough of the flour, but I think I'll manage to find some, because just like yarrow, the dock seeds are becoming really abundant right now. So at this time of year the plant starts to dry up, and instead of the leaves and flowers, the seeds come out, and they start going from a very light brown color to this very deep, rich, dark brown color, and this is where you want to gather them. And I'll show you what it looks like in a moment. So those are the two yarrow and dock seeds which I really came here to gather, and if I find anything else I'll also show you guys, but I think this is what I wanted to focus on today, this week, while I'm here. So I'm gonna go do that right now, and then come home, although I don't want to leave this beautiful place, but I'm going to come back home to my parents and see what we can make with all of this. Alright, see you really soon. So guys, this is yarrow here. So I'm sure you've all seen this plant before. It grows absolutely everywhere, especially this time of year. Actually it grows for a long time out of the year. So it's not very tall off of the ground, as you can see maybe, and it has these kind of little sort of bouquets of these little white flowers, and each one has like 5 little petals on it, and yeah, and they can be this white color, they can also be a slightly kind of light pink color. Also you can get yarrow flowers that are like really bright yellow, so there's a couple of different sorts, but this kind of white one is the most common one that you'll see probably everywhere. But yeah, they can be sort of white or light pink as well, which is very common. And then you will know it's yarrow also because, first of all, because of the height. So they're about that much off the ground. They're not very high. And also yarrow has this kind of leaf, this kind of very soft leaf with lots of teeny tiny little bits coming off it. But yeah, so this is how you know it's yarrow, and also these leaves you will see everywhere, like just on the ground growing as well, really soft ones. But yeah, so I'm going to pick some of this yarrow now and take it home to dry and have it as a tea to store away for later use when I might need it. And this here is yellow dot. And as you can see, it's currently full of these dark brown seeds right now. And these are the seeds we will be gathering to make into a sort of flower. So in a moment I will try and gather as many seeds as I can into my jar, and hopefully it will be enough for a little bread. Hello everyone, good morning. It is the next day and it is a very gloomy and rainy one today here in North Wales. It's really chilly and cold. The weather's really changed since yesterday, which is a bit sad, but that's okay. So I've made myself a cup of tea and Scout is under the sofa. She's just next to me here relaxing. Well, anyway, I think that today it's going to be a nice slow day and I'm going to do some of the things I wanted to do yesterday, which I didn't because I was so tired when I came back from that lovely walk through the woodland. I was just really exhausted, so I thought I would do those things today that I wanted to do yesterday. Hey Scout! So today I'm going to make a start on the lovely bread I was going to make, and also I need to put my yarrow out to dry because I will be going home to London in a couple of days time. Well, not to London, but I still have to go through London in order to get to the town where I live in now. So that will be in a couple of days time, so I need to see if I can get that yarrow a little bit dried out so I can take it with me. And I also wanted to see if I could make one other thing, which is one of my favorite things. It's an infused honey, and I always like to take advantage and do it while I'm home because my parents are growing some lovely roses here in the garden, and they are just so incredibly fragrant, so beautiful. And so of course when you have fresh roses, it is just the best thing to make into an infused honey. I've done it with dried rose petals as well and it turned out okay, but when you have fresh, it is just a completely different taste. It just tastes absolutely incredible. So I want to see if I can do that. But yeah, I think today's going to be a little bit more of a slow day, which is really, really nice. And me and Scout are going to start on something, aren't we, Scout? Yes? Should we do that? Do you want to make a bread? You want to make a bread? Okay, let's go make the bread. Yeah? Scout, you're the best girlie. Do you know that? I think you know that. I think you're very spoiled, and you know it. Oh, love you, Scout. Love you. Okay, should we go make bread? You want to go make bread? Yeah? Should we do that? Should we do that? Let's go. Let's go make bread. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Kitchen. Kitchen. Let's go. Let's go.
Over these last few years, I've been really trying to discover what success means to me. I think that with so much overstimulation and outside opinions of others and our culture nowadays about what success should look like, it can be quite challenging for many, especially young people, to feel like they are enough, or that they are doing enough, or earning enough, etc. And for me, it's definitely taken me some years to slowly understand what I want it to feel like for myself. And the older I get, the more success feels like a feeling of love and calm and a quiet contentedness, instead of something I used to chase that would make me anxious. I feel grateful for my new little home, which is already bringing me so much joy. Also, my ballet school, which feels like the most supportive and loving big family of parents and children who give my work and my daily life so much joy and so much meaning. And of course, my own family, friends, and people I love in my life who are so important to me. And I have to say that, of course, there are many things I still wish to work on and accomplish in my life. And there's plenty of things that aren't perfect or beautiful every single day. However, I do think it's also a choice of how you decide to see things. I think that more than anything, this is a little love letter to myself right now, or also anyone in their 30s who perhaps is struggling or feels like they are behind in some way. Know that you aren't. You are exactly where you need to be, and learning through the little experiences life will inevitably provide, and that is okay. Remember to live and love and be kind to yourself, and everything else will come too. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you from the amount of dock seeds that I gathered yesterday. So I gathered like a full jar like this. I guess this is around maybe 300 ml jar. So a full jar like this, and also about half of this kind of little bag full of dock seeds. And now that I've baked them for about 10 minutes and then grounded them up into a flour with this very simple NutriBullet that my parents have. So it's given me around, like, I would say a cup of this kind of dock seed flour. So just so you know, if you want to try this, I have around a cup, I think, here, I would say, of this flour. It looks really cool. I don't know if you can see. It is like a proper, it almost resembles cocoa powder, but it smells very, it smells almost like buckwheat. It's very interesting. It's such an interesting smell, and also such an interesting taste as well in the bread. And it's like this toasted, roasted kind of taste. It's smell. It's really lovely. It's really lovely. So yeah, I just thought I would show you what I came out with. So it's about a cup here. So it all depends on how much you gather, but I've made like a small bread before in a very small baking tin about this size, and I used about, I would say, half a cup, which is what I gathered last time. So this time I managed to gather quite a bit more, which is nice. So I think with 1 cup I will make a bigger bread, which will be nice for my family here. So yeah, I'll show you the next steps now. Okay guys, so this bread has now baked and I've sliced it and it tastes quite good, but it did turn out to be a little bit flat, flatter than I imagined it would be, but I think that's my own fault. I think I needed to put it in a smaller tin. I could only find one tin here that my mum had, which seemed the right size, but I think it was a little bit too big, so it just came out a bit too flat and didn't rise as well this time around. The last bread I made like this was definitely better. It was in a smaller tin. But other than that, I would say it's a very specific kind of taste. It's a very specific kind of smell, so it might not be for everyone. It is a very much a wild crafted bread found from wild ingredients, and so it definitely tastes quite unique. So yeah, it might not be for everybody, but if you do try it, please let me know what you think. But yeah, I think I'm going to slowly sign off this vlog and start editing it for you guys. And I have only a couple of days left here at home, so I'm gonna try and enjoy the rest of the time I have before returning back home to my home. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week, of your day, and also thank you so much for all of your comments on my last video about the kitchen and the shelving units I put up. It's so nice of you to let me know what you think, and I'm so glad that you, lots of you seem to like my arrangement, so I'm really happy that you like it, and I really like it as well. I think it works so well for my space, so thank you so much for all of your kind comments. Yeah, I think I'm really excited to start using my kitchen quite a lot more now this summer, as I'm about to have so much more free time, which I'm really excited for. And so I'm going to try and experiment with lots of different things in the next couple of weeks and try and share it with you guys. So yes, lots of things still on the way, which should be nice and fun and exciting, lots to look forward to. So I'm going to sign off for now and try and enjoy the last couple of days here with my family. But I hope to see you all really soon. Take care of yourselves and see you in my next video. Bye guys.